Hmm. Live video is different now. It's weird. Okay, share. Hey, Marcus. Hello, hello. If you're getting in, say hello. I'm live on YouTube too. I'm getting pretty fancy now. All right. So, hey, Amy. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Steph. All right. So, I was going to go live earlier and then I was having some technical difficulties. So, here I am. And then I had to go into the session. So, I had no time. Probably better because now I have some time. But just a reminder that we are going live around 7 o'clock tonight for our big shopping night on Ascension NXT Facebook page. So definitely join us for this. I don't know what screen I'll be looking at most. I'm on Facebook and YouTube, so it's my new thing now. I'm going to start going live on both pages. I'm checking both comments, so it doesn't matter where you join in. Just join in. Anyways, so tonight we're going live. We got a lot of crystals, and I'm just going to tell you this. Join in live because I feel like a lot of them are going to sell out. So 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, me and Jess, you know the deal. Even if you just want to be entertained, join live. Anyways, so 3.5 more days until the Divine Savage drops. So I don't know if some of you seen, I feel like the video is actually being demonetized on Facebook, but I did post one of my old music videos from a song that I absolutely love. I did this whole album, this wrestling album, and that beat that I used is actually a remake of Jake Snake's wrestling music. So I did that whole song, and it's called Message of Mass Deception, which I feel like is pretty connected to a lot that's going on now. And I love it. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that album. My friend Brian's in there being all bummed out and being the brainwashed human. It's pretty funny. And I'm the reptilian. So, yeah, fun times. But anyways, the Divine Savage is coming this Thursday, May 14th. So not only is it the podcast, there's going to be 3 full episodes on there. And then it's a whole new website too, whole new times. After this, the whole Ascension Next website is going to be redone, and I'm going to be rebranding that. So all new this year, new stuff for new decade. I'm really excited about everything happening right now, even though everything outside of this world kind of seems like a mess. I feel like it's the perfect time for me to try to make things the way that I feel like they need to be, you know? So, with the Divine Savage, I was kind of journaling this morning and I was thinking about, well, who's this podcast for? You know, and that was something that I've thought a lot about for a little while. I'm like, who is going to listen to this? Like, who would I be promoting this podcast to? Because it's going to be different than live Ashley, like Ashley that you see on live videos. So I just want to let people know this because I don't think a lot of people understand this until they start doing it. When you do a live video, when you do a pre-recorded video, when you do audio, all those energies that you bring are different. They are not the same. So anyone that is constantly pumping out content or doing anything like that I'm doing public figure wise, writing blogs, anything like that, it's all different energy. So you'll even find different energy when I'm writing a blog as opposed to when I'm on a live video, as opposed to when I'm on a pre-recorded video. I feel like when I do more pre-recorded videos, it's like a wrestling promo. I feel like that's kind of what I'm going to start going for more is like wrestling promos when I start doing pre-recorded videos, because that's just the zone I get in. When I'm in a live video, never know what's going to happen. Shit could hit the fan. I could be giving you guys some great advice. I could be making a fool out of myself. I could be really motivating. I could be all over the place. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to what happens live. It's just kind of like, I don't even really try to organize my lives. It's just like, let's do a live video because I need to talk about this. Podcast is going to be a totally different element here. So the Divine Savage podcast is going to be a lot of different things. It's going to be a lot of different topics. Mainly, what I'm focusing on is the ascension and the awakening. But there's many different elements in that. So one of the things is, this podcast is going to be for people that are seekers. I like to use the word seeker, not because of Harry Potter, but because I really enjoy that word. It is, to me, it's like people that are looking for knowledge outside of the normal reality. That's what I kind of feel like a seeker is. It's somebody that is looking for universal truths, spiritual wisdom, tapping into the metaphysical, tapping into a little bit of conspiracy. I don't really like to use that word. So let's just use like other theories about this reality. It really is somebody who is looking for like pieces or parts of themselves that they can't find within society standards. Like that is who the Divine Savage is for. The Divine Savage is also for people. And like this is a big thing that I want to start going into. And a lot of you don't know this because I don't think I've ever really talked about this. But when I first started Ascension Next, I didn't just sell metaphysical products. It wasn't just like a metaphysical store to me. Because I was doing music at the time. So like that video, Message of Mass Deception, was actually a year before I was even thinking about doing the shop. So the shop came in the end of 2013, actually, but it wasn't a shop. It was more of a healing space. Became a shop in 2014 around February, and we officially opened in March. But yeah, I want to really focus a lot on artists on my podcast and creativity. That's something that I feel like is going to be big for me. So it's not just going to be the spiritual community because I feel like I can't be stuck in that box either. That's what the Divine Savage is. I'm very divine. I'm very connected. I love to channel. I love to help people heal. I love to be a guide. I love to do all the fun things with the crystals and, the energy work and the magical work. And those will be topics on the Divine Savage. But this podcast is for people that are a part of the ascension and awakening and not necessarily always in that field. I want to hear inspirational stories. So I'm definitely going to be interviewing artists and going through their creation phase, how they got to where they were going to, even inspirational stories about how they shifted and changed their whole life around. So that's going to be a big thing that I want to focus on. Let's see. But it really is all about expansion in this podcast. It's all about bringing in a different element. I feel like that I haven't fully brought in. I feel like I probably have touched upon it a little bit, but not fully. And, so this podcast is for people that I guess are kind of sick of the norm, That's one thing that I can say. It's for people that are sick of, I guess, playing by the rules, playing by the rules of who they feel they're supposed to be, who other people want them to be. It's also going to be very inspirational and motivational. So there's going to be times on the podcast where I'm just going on about being motivated, about being inspired. It's just going to be me talking and rambling and ranting. These are some of the ideas that I'm coming up with. There's also going to be really cool things about me breaking down certain movies and how I connect with them energetically or spiritually. There have been a lot of things that I've been wanting to do as far as like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. It's just going to be a totally different element. So really this podcast is for anyone that connects with the creative element and wants to connect with something that's just different. And there's also going to be a lot of spiritual aspects in that as well. I'm really excited about it. And yes, Gandalf. So yeah, I just want to talk about it. I'm going to be doing live videos until Thursday, so it'll probably launch Thursday night. And let me see if there's anything else that I want to touch upon. Oh, yeah. The entrepreneur is a big thing that I'm going to talk about. So it's going to be a lot of people that, here's the thing, the word starving or the saying starving artist, I don't connect with. I feel like that's all bullshit. That's kind of been a big part of the programming to the point where it's been keeping people that are creative from actually fully developing that and quitting their normal 9 to 5s or things that they don't want to be doing in their life and pulling back on that. The term starving artist is a way to keep people that are very creative low and in poverty consciousness and almost like a martyr type of energy. I really want to start moving people away from the starving artist energy. And I want to bring people on the podcast that have been successful through their art, have been successful through creating their own business, have been successful through a lot of their crazy ideas, because I want you guys to see, and I may be interviewing some of you, but I want you guys to see that living this life is very possible. You know, a lot of us, we see few people doing it, but when you start getting a lot of people together and you start connecting with those people, you start showing them to the world, then you can see what people are actually doing and how you can take the steps to do that, how you can take the steps to get there. Everybody's story is different. You know, I know a lot of people that are in the music business. I know a lot of people that do a lot of creative things, and I want to be able to present them to my community and to the world to show my audience how you can live this life, how you can live this life showing up every day, loving what you're doing, and breaking through that old programming. And that is a huge part of the ascension process. It is. It's not just about being spiritual, you know? So we're going to tap into all those different elements because it's really important. Big part of you being spiritual is following your passions, following your purpose. It's not just living a life you don't want to live and then being spiritual behind the curtain. I mean, there are some people that live their life like that, but I know there's a lot of people that don't want to live their life like that. And the only way that they can do that is by tapping into their authenticity. So this is what we're going to be focusing on with the Divine Savage. So Jess says she has goosebumps. But yeah. So there's 3 episodes already up. One of them is an intro episode. And then the other 2 episodes are going to be talking about the ascension. And then after that, I think that for the 4th episode, it's probably going to be me and Jess. So obviously Jess is going to be on the podcast a lot. I feel like there's going to be a few other friends that you guys don't really know about. Probably get Steve on there. Of course, I'm going to get Steve on there. So some of you saw when me and Steve were doing the podcast together. So I definitely want to have Steve on there as a guest. And then I really want to get my friend Brian on because Brian and Ashley together. So Brian is the kid that's in my music video. So if you didn't see the music video, check on this timeline because that's Brian. So there's a lot of Brian and Ashley stories that you guys need to hear. What podcast platform are you on? So I'm not going to tell you guys yet because I want to launch it on that date. So I'll let you know when the podcast is up. So yeah. So May 14th. Yeah, and that's it. I don't know. I'm kind of like zoning in now on all the stuff I need to do for tonight. All right. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys at 7:00 tonight. So actually, who's joining in for the live shopping night tonight? So I'm going to tell you this. You better get your fucking fingers ready. And we have help too. So it's not just going to be me on the invoices tonight. So you're not just going to be talking to Ashley tonight, just to let you know. Adam's actually going to be sending out a lot of the invoices, but he's going to be really quiet in the background because he doesn't like being on camera. So Steph is coming. Who else is coming tonight? Valerie's coming. Amy's coming. Jessica's coming to the crystal party. Awesome. All right. Well, I got to get ready. I got to start hulking up. Actually, no, I need a break and then I'll start doing that. All right. I'll see you guys soon and blessed be.